If you run a service business, you likely employ a team of genuinely excellent technicians who do great work in the field every single day. Yet many owners find themselves with a sparse online reputation and a staff turnover rate that never seems to stabilize. The standard corporate reaction is to treat these as two completely separate fires. Owners look at an empty Google business profile and call it a marketing problem. Then they look at their staff retention rates and diagnose that strictly as an HR problem. They often hire one team to solicit customer ratings and a totally different team to manage employee engagement. This creates departmental silos, where the people trying to grow the brand never speak to the people trying to keep the technicians happy. When these systems operate in isolation, the business remains stuck in a cycle of hiring new people to replace the old ones and chasing new customers to replace the ones who didn't leave a review. Solving one requires integrating both. This diagram illustrates a typical manual service call. The technician completes the job perfectly and verbally asks the homeowner for a review on the way out. But instead of a 5-star rating, the timeline ends in a blank space. Look at the friction points pulling the customer away. Long after the service is over, we are asking them to remember the request, search for the correct platform, log into an account, and type out a summary. The process fractures into multiple dead ends. The direct consequence is felt by the technician. They delivered excellent service, but because the customer dropped off at a login screen, that effort goes unrecorded and unrecognized by the company. Relying on manual review collection doesn't just result in poor marketing. It actively breaks the feedback loop required to validate and reward the people doing the work. The companies that break this cycle stop pushing their teams to ask harder. Instead, they deploy automated platforms to treat customer feedback and team culture as one continuous engine, starting the moment the fleet rolls out. A platform like Applause HQ is built to remove the friction from this process by automating the request. The system triggers a digital review request linked directly to the specific technician at the exact moment a job is marked complete, when customer satisfaction is at its peak. This chart tracks the impact of that shift. Businesses report generating 7 times more reviews. One company started at a baseline of 3,000 reviews and climbed to 13,000 in 18 months. Removing the barrier for the customer ensures that the technician's performance is actually documented, providing the raw data needed to build a culture of recognition. After the customer taps that 5-star button, the focus shifts from the customer's phone to the technician's experience. The automated system routes the data immediately. Positive feedback and digital tips from the customer flow directly into the technician's profile and digital wallet. Performance incentives then tie that incoming real-time praise straight to the technician's paycheck. The technician receives a tangible financial reward for their service on a daily basis, replacing the vague annual performance review with immediate validation. By establishing this transparent recognition, customer satisfaction data becomes an active tool for improving employee morale. When you run this synchronized feedback loop over a sustained period, the macro effect on company operations becomes visible. The technician's scorecard takes metrics that used to be invisible, like individual satisfaction scores and referral rates, and makes them accessible to both management and the workers. When technicians can see their own objective performance scores mapped against their peers, they tend to take more ownership of their work and look for ways to improve those numbers. As the trend line for customer reviews rises, data shows a corresponding shift in retention. Companies using this integrated approach see their employee turnover rate drop by 25%. In an industry where technician recruitment is a primary growth constraint, retaining 1/4 more of your workforce allows a business to scale without the constant drag of training and replacement costs. By syncing reviews and recognition through automation, businesses do more than fix a marketing problem. They build an environment where happy customers contribute directly to a more stable, high-performing workforce.